Ayesha Curry running her mouth again. We got to check in, put her in her place. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I have no idea what the whole Ayesha Curry and Steph Curry back and forth about. She had a clip, and there's a couple other things that I missed over the past couple of months about her and her relationship with Curry. But let's see what Ayesha Curry had to say, man.
Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience that.
I'm gonna keep it a being with y'all so far. What's the problem? Do y'all not believe that Curry also feels that exact same way? I probably don't care about this either, but so many people keep asking me to talk about it, and I see other people make videos about it, that I'm assuming that she's about to say something crazy.
If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
That's the whole clip that people have been crashing out about. Y'all swear up and down the only purpose of a woman is just to be in the kitchen or having children. Like, holy fuck. There's more clips. We'll watch the more clips. Okay.
More understanding.
Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then like I begin to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not
Like,
looking. You're not even. But I'm gonna tell you something else too. When your radar's turned off, because I dealt with that for years too. Like, and I was young, like you.
Yeah,
like
that's
oh my
not
God.
fair.
I mean,
because I don't want it, but
Yeah.
it'd be nice to know that like someone's looking.
But
That
when
can
your
get
radar's
dangerous.
turned off, right?
That
You're
can get
beautiful.
real
Don't
dangerous.
ever think for 1 minute that it ain't some men out there looking at you like I wish.
The vulnerability is great. It's not needed, if we're gonna be honest with ourselves. But okay, cool. Jada Smith also, like, I'm stamping that is also fucking ridiculous. But the idea that you need to get validation from other men because they're not throwing themselves at you like the women throw themselves at Curry is crazy. It's not only that this nigga may be some level of appealing. This nigga is a multi-millionaire. So it's a bunch of things that comes along with that. You are a stay-at-home wife. And when you go out, you are branded not only as Ayesha, but also a Curry. So people know who you are because they know who your husband is. So they know that you're already married and they know what comes along with that. That's the reality. That still doesn't mean that you should just sit there and believe I need some form of validation from other men throwing themselves at me. That's just fucking ridiculous. On some real shit, you're bored. None of the shit that you're complaining about is actually anything of value to talk about.
She was honest.
and she told her truth.
Oh, man.
And no matter what your truth is, there are going to be people who do not like it. And
understand it, or understand the context and understand your journey.
or care to try to understand her perspective and what she's talking about. There were so many group chats going on, like just in life, just from that conversation. And there was not one mother who did not understand what she was talking about.
Now y'all losing me. Fuck, y'all losing me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not about understanding. We get it. We understand what's going on. But if you are a mother or if you are a wife, you also comprehend that the thing that she complaining about, who gives a fuck? That's not something to really fucking complain about. The thing she's complaining about is fucking crazy.
And even for the people who were like the guys that were talking about it, they were like, yeah, but did she have to say it publicly? And I said, but if she doesn't share her truth publicly, there's a lot of other people who are out there, you know, feeling like they're alone on an island when they're really, that island is overcrowded.
What? Nah, we might have to turn this video off. We might have to turn this video off. We might have to turn this video off, man.
That's some good stuff right there, man.
Shut up, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Is she dead ass saying that there's a bunch of women who are like seeking a bunch of validation from men? That's just how a lot of women feel?
She said a lot of people on the internet were saying, why say this publicly? Which is a very valid opinion, because
you shouldn't say it. Why are you saying this shit publicly?
You can still express the way you feel to a therapist or even a friend or a loved one in private. And actually, you know what's crazy? You can say more in private because you trust them. So you can get your shit off more than in public.
I don't understand.
Response is, no, but if she does it in public, it gives other people to make it feel like they can do it too. So what? Overshare their business publicly as well?
Yeah, we don't need to hear this. This is private. This shit needs to stay in private. That whole red table shit got y'all niggas thinking that we all need to know y'all information. We don't. We actually do not need to know none of this shit. Y'all can go to the grave with it. Why you all invite people? This is the thing I don't understand. Y'all inviting people into y'all personal business and then sit there and figure out, why is everybody commenting on my personal business? Nigga, you're saying the shit. No one asked Ayesha Curry to say that shit. No one's asking Will Smith and Jada Smith to tell us about who they fucking in their relationship and how August Alsina's in the back of the car, in the back of the house, and Jada's fucking this nigga while he's mentally sick. No one's asking for that. No one's asking for that shit.
It was just an entanglement, man.
An entanglement. Yeah, and then you niggas come up here with new terminologies that say y'all on some weird fetish shit. Man, nobody not here for that.
We just shared energies.
It's time for a drink. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Yes, we get to drink. Marcel?
What?
Oh, no.
What the fuck? Okay, here this nigga down.
Is that nigga not feeling embarrassed though?
I've always seen like that video, but never seen the video in its totality. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is weird. Like, I don't understand why you're playing with your ring and trying to take it off. I don't understand that. There's a naked man around you. I don't get that either. It's so odd that is like being cheered and applauded, and that's viewed as joking. If a man did that, really, not even a man. I just, in a general sense, like that should just be viewed as disrespect.
Nigga, if a nigga was in the vicinity of a woman that was topless publicly and he was married, bro, you're cooked.
And let's also take into consideration that they're both like very faith-based people. Like, they're very deeply in religion. And we're talking about drinks and a half-naked man walking around with his fucking pecs out.
And I was like, I was well into my 20s.
No. Well,
yeah.
In 98.
The 98, yeah, the last dance season.
Yeah, you was rolling.
That's what makes it.
That's gold.
That's gold.
98. She was a thought in 98, back up for sure.
I was. Listen, I enjoyed my life. And that is the exact advice I gave Ayesha and a young Steph at D. Wright's 25th birthday party.
It all comes out. I'm so done.
You guys, the likelihood of this working out is very low, and you should just break up now and have sex with other people. I use a little bit more adult. Yeah. But is that not what I told y'all?
You looked at me and said, how old are you?
Okay.
What the fuck is this? What? Yeah, okay, now I understand. I'm now piecing together because I think all this stuff happened before the first clip. I'm piecing it together now. Yeah, why not just have an open relationship? Why do you need to break up? You just have an open relationship. Why is it believed that you need to go out and just fuck a bunch of people to get it out of your system to then come back and then let's settle down? If that's the case, have you done a bunch of, maybe, potentially, but have you done a bunch of drugs? Like, why don't you get that out your system? I was just gonna smoke a bunch of weed, some crack, some heroin, just got to try it for the sake of doing it. Like, why not just do that? Why is fucking a bunch of niggas and women in your system, but there's a bunch of other crazy things that are not in your system? That does not make any sense. I don't know. And this is like at the bottom of the barrel of like conversations. You should be the one telling her, hey, I went down the route to go fuck a bunch of niggas and it's not worth it. That's the advice that you should be giving to them. You should be giving, don't even worry about the other side because the grass is not greener. Trust me when I say that. You're not missing out on anything. Like when I was younger, I wasn't going around, going to parties, drinking alcohol, doing all that shit. There's nothing that I was really missing.
But my husband really loves my feet.
Oh, I love that.
And so, like, the light was hitting him just right that day. And so I was like, let me just snap this photo and send him a picture of my feet. So I always say, like, when he says to...
Why? This is information that doesn't need to be out in the public. Like, on some real shit, like, I don't need to know what Steph fetishes are. I don't... Like, why? Why do you identify with this being like who you are as a person that I need to go out and over tell people this? Like, what does it matter? Like, I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna sound very brutal, but just go get a fucking life. Go get a life. Y'all have enough money to where y'all have nannies and shit like that. You just need a life. You sound like them old people that go into Walmart who retired, who just want to tell everybody their business because they at home with no fucking life. Go have a life now. I can understand about 10 years ago for the like 5 to 10 year period when you're sitting there and you don't have really much to do with your life because, like you said, you had to raise children. Okay, understandably so. But at this point, your life shouldn't be, let me go on podcasts and shows and tell everybody my husband business about how this nigga dicks get hard because of my feet pics. That's fucking crazy.
Her just saying it would be bad enough. Why is she showing the picture?
Yeah, like why are you showing the picture?
Ayesha Curry is an actress, chef, and best-selling author. She's also married to NBA star Steph Curry and a mom of 4. Well, now she expands her empire as a book publisher.
So she's been doing a bunch of, bro, I ain't gonna lie, she's
That's
just bored.
I'm be honest.
She
doesn't
bored,
really
bro.
when you kept saying get a life, I'm like, Lo doesn't realize she was like an actress, chef, and like I'm not gonna lie. In terms of like
she owns a bunch of restaurants.
She was actually very career like minded. Like she just cared about her food shit, and she was like on Food Network and all types of shit, right?
I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all be dragging the whole Ayesha Curry hate. I do feel like though what she's saying be mad, awkward, and weird. Like I don't need to know this nigga foot fetish. I don't need to know about y'all's inner doings behind the scenes. I certainly don't need to know about your lust to get other men's validation because you see it from Curry and now all of a sudden you get jealous because you're like, oh my God, there's a bunch of women throwing themselves at him. Why not me? That is main character syndrome. You know the irony about this is that she sat there and said she wouldn't date an athlete because how arrogant they are. The arrogance for you to see something happen to someone else and immediately believe, why isn't it happening to me? That is arrogant. The irony of it all is that you display a degree of arrogance that is very unsettling. Just keep a lot of shit to yourself. Just keep it to yourself.